Hello, 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 and welcome to the show. I'm James J. He's Cooper James, and this is Wrestling Wit Entertainment. How are you today, Cooper?
I think I'm a bit better than you because I didn't buy tickets to the New Japan show in LA.
Yeah, yeah, I'm totally pissed off because I did buy tickets to that show.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, obviously multiple parties at fault, but
we'll get into that when we get into the show. But
yeah,
let's talk about last week. It was our highest rated show that we ever did. Huh? And it's only our second week in, and this is our third episode. Huh?
yeah,
But there is some controversy because we got two dislikes on our video.
yeah. They obviously are trying to rile us up, which I understand. You kind of, you know, the thing is, you've got to let haters drive you, and that's the only thing that these dislikers are doing. So I think the more people that dislike us, it's only going to make us stronger. So,
Yeah, fuck those people.
exactly.
And if you do dislike the show, we're only three episodes in. Please comment or send a tweet to Cooper. What's your Twitter again?
It's at what's up G WHASSUPGEE. So we'll put that in the description of the video. So
Exactly. If you
just
don't like the
yeah,
show, tell Cooper, and he'll tell you what he thinks of you. If you like the show, he'll.
exactly,
If you love the show, Cooper will send love back to you.
exactly.
So, now that we got that out of the way, it's time to start the show, and we are wrestling with New Japan's new beginning in the USA. This was maybe the biggest clusterfuck in New Japan history, I think.
It'll be up there. I mean, in recent history, you know,
Yeah. So,
it's I mean, you take the lead with this because it's your like you're more affected than me. I never bought tickets, so I mean, I
yeah,
would have liked to have gone, but
yeah.
I never ended up buying a ticket
If knowing what the card is now, could if and you could still buy a ticket, would you?
for LA.
Yeah,
I'm looking at it right now. I mean, uh, okay, so you've got Brody King and Marty Scurll versus Killer Elite Squad. I mean, that would be okay.
yeah. That was definitely the match I was looking most forward to.
Um, so I mean, the main event, like Juice and Tracy Williams against Rocky and Beretta. That's
Yeah, like I didn't
yeah. I,
like I had to use brain power to figure out who Tracy Williams was.
Yeah.
And
It's it's really bad timing with all this. I mean,
so, all
with
right,
us,
I'm gonna start us off, and I'm just going to say that this was bad business by New Japan. That they knew that they were not going to get their superstars here in time. Uh, Apparently because of the government shutdown and visa problems. And
yeah,
they still did the shows. And I could appreciate that they sold the tickets. They want to give the fans a show. Oh, and they obviously reached out to Ring of Honor for some talent, but they didn't even get like good Ring of Honor talent. You know what I mean? They didn't get top guys. They got like bottom of the barrel guys.
yeah. I mean, one thing I will say is that New Japan never they never announced any official matches or anything like that. To their credit, I mean, this is a really shitty situation for all involved, but they they never announced a match with no intention of having it on. Whereas like WWE, we've seen the Rumble has kind of did that twice, you know?
I
So like I mean
yes,
like I'm not at all like justifying what happened, but I'm just saying like it wasn't
but
all
when you go to a New Japan show,
yeah.
you expect New Japan superstars to be there, and
Yeah.
there is not one Japanese wrestler on the whole entire card, and at least the LA show,
Yeah, it's really I mean it's just a really bad situation for
and
that's all I can say. I mean like
they
you've
could
got
blame
some
the government
decent
shutdown all they want, but like they just added another show in Tennessee, knowing that their superstars wasn't going to clear the visas in time. So this kind of seems a little intentional.
yeah, it's I mean it's rough. Like it's a bad start to this year of like their big expansion into North America and and kind of Europe as well. The what's kind of concerning that I thought about was the Madison Square Garden show.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure that they'll
But
have
I
time
mean,
to fix those visas for that show.
yeah, I mean, Jesus, with that kind of show, I mean, not that this would happen, but if it was me, I'd be low key contemplating like, fuck, these guys should just fly over there and, you know,
Yeah. But
I just try and find every way to do it, you
as
know.
as a fan, you have to have, and as the company, you have to have a trust between your fans and your company. And I kind of feel like New Japan
Yeah,
broke that trust. Us, and they screwed us fans over by doing
yeah,
this. And instead of maybe taking a little dive on profits wise to get a couple better talent to make their shows a little better, they just said, "Well, we apologize and fuck you."
yeah. I mean, really,
Like
the thing is,
I'm gonna I'm gonna wait until they announce a card for New Japan when they come back to Los Angeles and California. Like I'm not gonna buy those tickets right away.
yeah, well, I mean, if there's no government shutdown, I would, but it's it was just really just bad timing, you know. It sucked. It's like it's really like everyone is partly like both New Japan and the government obviously at fault, but yeah,
I'm
you
not
just look at
again. I'm not mad at the guys not coming over. If I understand there was issues there.
yeah,
But they didn't even like if they would have said, "Our guys can come over, but we're giving you what we could the best thing that we could possibly give you," or a refund, which they did not. I was not offered a refund.
yeah. I
I would have
think they
been,
should have offered a refund.
yes, either a refund or they should have given us some better talent than what they gave us.
Yeah,
Like if they would have like drawn over Jay Lethal or Dalton Castle or the Briscoes, I was
yeah,
like those are main event guys, so that would have been okay. If they felt like they really messed up, they could even brought over the Gorillas and Chase Owens.
yeah. Or I mean, could they get Zack Saber?
That's a good question. I don't know, but he is English. I don't know how that affects his
Because
visa deal.
He's advertised for a Miami show.
When?
And I'm checking now. February 10th.
February 10th. Yeah. Well, they said
Yep.
that they might even have the releases by February. That's another thing. They could have pushed the shows back. They could have did them sometime in February.
I mean, yeah, they could have pushed them back a month. I mean, whatever would have fit in with their schedule, without it being too close to the Madison Square Garden show.
Well, the Madison Square Garden show isn't until April, and like they could have even done a show like even the day before. I don't think anybody would have disliked that.
Yeah,
But
because I mean, that won't affect the Madison Square Garden show because Madison Square Garden's already sold out. So it's not like people are going to not go because there's another. And I mean, like those shows were in Nashville, LA, and Charlotte. So
yeah, but I just feel that yeah, the Gorillas and Chase Owens they're going to be on the show in Japan that same day.
mm,
If they would have rearranged some things and brought them over, that would have been okay with me. Hey, but they didn't. They announced that card already, and they were like, "Oh, we don't want to change that card."
yeah, it's goddamn, it's hard.
They're not catering to their fans, and that's not good.
Yeah,
Like even with like WWE, like when the most recent Becky Lynch broke her face, they gave
yep,
us a match that could have been just as big, if not bigger, with Charlotte Flair.
yeah.
The
But what you got to remember as well is there's no visas involved with like 90% of WWE's talent.
That's
So
true,
it's a lot
but
easier for WWE to supplement someone in. But yeah, I get what you're saying about yeah, it's just I get what you're saying completely. It's just so difficult.
and if you seem to remember back in like 2009, 2010, when the volcano exploded and all of WWE superstars were in the UK and they couldn't come to the next show in I think it was in New Jersey. Hey, and
Something like that. Yeah,
and they brought the SmackDown guys and they had a show that was maybe even better than what they would have done on Raw.
yeah,
So
yeah. Yeah, it's
WWE would
shitty.
have probably had offered a refund if they would have announced a show like that and not deliver. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I guess we don't know what the best thing would have. I mean, I guess refunds, but well, all the shows sold out.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
So
it's interesting.
like they had us already. Like they said, well,
Mm,
it's already sold out. Like what could we really do?
yeah,
Which I think is really unfair. But like
I
so,
mean
yeah,
the the one thing I could think of because this really has fucked a lot of the fans, like inadvertently or not. The thing is you could like Jericho, you could get Jericho on these shows, but it's still when you like just for example, it's like if they did get Jericho on these shows, like what do you do with him? Because Jericho could work. Like I'm sure he can work the shows if they paid him enough because of his contract. He can still work with New Japan,
yeah. They could
or maybe
even
that's
try
only
to
in Japan.
they
Oh
could
no, it wouldn't
even
be.
try to
Sorry.
negotiate something with the Bucks or Cody or Hangman.
Yeah,
Because like AEW's not up and running yet. They even made an appearance at a bar show in Los Angeles.
yeah. I mean, I don't know what I don't know. Like it's hard.
They handled it really badly.
Yeah, they definitely could have handled it better and done more to compensate. But
They did not. Oh, all right.
Nah, they.
Let's cover this tour of a show. The first night, January 30th, in the Los Angeles at the Globe Theater. The first match, Alex Coffin versus Clark Connors. Actually saw Clark Connors wrestle. He's actually not that bad.
So these two young lions at the LA Dojo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Second match, Jonathan Grissom versus Tyler Bateman.
Gresham's really good. I
Yeah,
don't know much about Tyler Bateman, but Gresham's very, very good.
he's uh, Ring of Honor is trying to bring him up, considering everybody that they lost in the last year. So they're trying to make stars, and he's definitely one of them.
Well, he's more than capable. I watched him wrestle Robbie Eagles at PWG, and he was fantastic.
Yeah, but
So
he lacks charisma in some
yeah.
aspects.
Well, if
Um
he's put in, is he in any of those new stables?
um the new blood, Lifeblood, I think it's called. I don't think he's in there. I haven't really saw too much of that Lifeblood. I just heard of it.
Yeah, right. Fair enough.
Third match is
Yeah,
Colt Cabana versus Shane Taylor. Shane Taylor is definitely an undercard guy in Ring of Honor. Colt Cabana is pretty much a legend at this point of the Indies.
yeah. I mean, it'd be cool seeing Like, obviously, it's no Japanese superstar, but it's.
Yeah,
I mean, Colt Cabana's still cool. Colt Cabana.
yeah. If they would have put him against somebody like Waterdam, I can't really say that.
Yeah,
Shane Taylor's cool. He was nice to me.
yeah, that's cool.
Um, Brody King and Marty Scurll, the new Villain Enterprises versus KES, Davey Boy Smith Jr. and Lance Archer. This is probably going to be like the biggest match on the card, and probably
Yeah,
everybody's going to look forward to this match.
yeah. It probably will be that match of the night.
Yeah. KES knows how to deliver a pretty good match.
Yeah,
Fifth match, Jeff Cobb versus Carl Fredericks, which is another young lion. He's pretty good too. I can't remember which one was the better, either Clark Connors or Carl Fredericks, but I think it was Clark Connors.
yeah, right.
Uh,
Yeah,
but like putting Jeff Cobb against a young lion is kind of, I don't know, insulting is the word.
yeah. I don't know, just someone to put Cobb over, I guess, because they want to get Cobb really over this year, I'd assume.
Yeah. David Finlay versus Chucky T. I imagine that there's going to be some heat in that match with Chucky's mental condition and everything.
Yeah, I can't get into David Finlay for some reason.
Oh, I thought the C Block champion was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was a fun little thing, but yeah, I don't know.
And seventh match, Hot Sauce Tracy Williams versus and Juice Robinson versus Rocky Romero and Beretta. Roppongi Vice, one night only.
That's cool. I mean, it's nothing crazy, but I mean, it's one of the best things it seems they can do.
I suppose that they felt that, like, Roppongi Vice would maybe, like, sell and make the fans less aggravated at them, but I'm not buying it.
Yeah,
Alright, we're on to the North Carolina show at the Grady Cole Center. Carl Fredericks versus Clark Connors. I'm pretty sure in their match in Long Beach, the first time, Clark Connors actually beat Carl Fredericks.
right. Okay.
Second match is John Skyler and Colt Cabana versus Shane Taylor and Lance Archer.
Yep.
Tracer,
That's that.
if David Boy Smith's on the card, why not just put him with Lance Archer? They could have probably the best match on the card if they allowed them that.
Yeah, I mean, don't ask me.
Yeah.
It's
Tracer X versus Great O'Khan. Yeah.
that's
Because when I think of New Japan, I think Tracer X and Great O'Khan. Uh, Jonathan
no.
Jonathan Grissom and Jeff Cobb versus Brody King and Marty Scurll. Actually,
That
might not be a bad match.
yeah, that looks like it could be pretty good.
Alex Coughlin versus David Boy Smith.
Mm.
Tracy Williams and David Finlay versus Rocky Romero and Chucky T. And Juice Robinson defending the IWGP US Heavyweight Championship against Beretta. This actually might be the best card on the whole, the best match on the whole tour. Because
I
I saw Juice Robinson fight Beretta for the number one contenders match against Cody from uh, Wrestle Kingdom, and they tore the house down. They had just a vicious match against each other.
yeah, right. Well, that's they North Carolina definitely got the best card, it seems.
Yeah. Uh, Next show is Tennessee at the War Memorial Auditorium. Carl Fredericks versus Alex Coughlin, a rematch of the first night.
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan Grissom and Colt Cabana versus Shane Taylor and Lance Archer. Again, no KES, even though both of them are there.
Mm-hmm.
Harlem Bravo versus Great O'Khan. What the fuck is Harlem Bravo?
Yeah.
Uh,
I've never heard that name.
yeah. Like they got the very best talent that they could have gotten for these shows.
Yeah, you'd think they could get some better
Yeah.
talent, but
Clark Connors versus Marty Scurll. Jeff Cobb versus Brody King. This actually might be a
that'll be
really
good.
good match, yeah.
Yeah, that would be sick.
Six man tag match, Chaos versus Lifeblood. Elimination match. Tracy Williams, David Finlay, and Juice Robinson versus Rocky Romero, Chucky T, and Beretta.
Yeah. Dude, where the fuck's Bandito on this?
Not fucking here.
I just realized Bandito is signed with Ring of Honor as if
And
that's crazy that they wouldn't get Bandito on these shows.
and
Because he's in Lifeblood, is he not?
yeah, he's in Lifeblood. I saw that.
Yeah,
And
right.
Roosh is a part of Ring of Honor now. He just signed.
Yeah, fuck me.
Like, if they would have had like OG Lost Single of Noble, that would have been pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, for sure.
But
Oh well.
we'll dream about it another day.
Yeah. There's always
Alright,
next time.
yeah. Uh, Now it's time to change topics. We're wrestling with Monday Night Raw. It came to us from Oklahoma City because when
Yeah.
I think go home show for Royal Rumble, I think Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
Um, they drew a 2.4 million viewers, which was down from last week's 2.7 million, and from 1 year ago, which was the Raw 25th anniversary show, which drew 4.5 million. So you really can't compare from last year to this year. But from last week, they drew a considerable less viewers.
Yeah.
Like I mean the hourly breakdown, they did a 2.8 then they went down to a 2.4, and then down to a 2.1.
Yeah, not
So Raw's not
not
drawing.
good. Yeah, I'd not say it's it is what it is. People aren't interested.
Yeah, well, they started the show with Brock Lesnar, and like I didn't even like know Brock Lesnar was gonna be there, even though like it was the go home show.
Yeah,
And the first segment was actually pretty good. It was Vince McMahon talking about David and Goliath and how Finn Balor can't do it, and how Oklahoma City is hillbilly land, and I don't think
yeah,
there was any question on how Vince McMahon could deliver a promo. He's still one of the best.
yeah, definitely.
Uh, uh, but when I look at this show, I see three main events. I see Finn Balor versus Braun Strowman with Brock Lesnar on the outside. I see Seth Rollins versus um, Drew
McIntyre.
McIntyre, which is going to be the main event of a paid preview very, very soon. Or maybe even
Yeah,
a SummerSlam paid preview. Uh, and then
yeah,
the actual main event, which was Ronda Rousey and Natalia versus Sasha Banks and Bayley.
yeah. That's right.
If you like, let's say you're Vince McMahon for the night, who would you have put in the main event, the last thing before the TV shuts off?
I'd probably put. I probably would have kept the Ronda Rousey and Natalia in the main event,
Why would you say that?
just because like they want to keep Ronda as like the top thing on the show, pretty much. And if Ronda's going to be in the main event of Mania, she's got to be one of the most important things on the show, I think. So
But
I think,
if you break it down from the hourly numbers, the first hour was the highest rated with 2.8 million. And by the time
yeah,
you get to Ronda Rousey and Natalia versus Banks and Bailey, it dropped 7 points. So
yeah, but that can
that
also
just shows
be
that
a
she's not drawing the numbers that they want Ronda Rousey to draw.
yeah, but that's also a lot of people who aren't into it watching, and like they'll see it's the main event, but then like the kind of shittier segments will turn them off from watching it, you know?
But wouldn't they have like people channel soft? Wouldn't they have like come back to it if they really wanted to see Ronda Rousey in the main event?
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Like if you
Yeah,
would
I don't
have
know.
if you would have started the show with the Balor promo and the McMahon promo and the Lesnar promo, and then end the show with the actual match of Braun Strowman and Finn Balor with Brock Lesnar on the outside, I think people would have maybe stayed for that. But I kind of
Yeah,
understand like Brock Lesnar doesn't want to wait the whole 3 hour show. He wants to do his promo or let Paul Heyman do his promo for him and bounce around doing that bouncy thing he does and go home and collect his check.
yeah. Well, that's exactly right.
Yeah, and yeah, my second choice would have been Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre because they delivered a pretty good match for both of them.
Yeah, it was good. Rollins always having decent matches, so
Well, he is.
you know,
It is Monday Night Rollins.
exactly.
But I mean, when coming out of that Braun Strowman Balor match, they had the Bobby Lashley pose down against Apollo Crews, which was just excruciating.
Yeah, that was wacky. No, no good, really.
Yeah. Uh, just like you said, the turn off point.
Yeah, probably.
And then you have Lucha House Party versus Jinder Mahal and the Singh brothers. Like, that's not going to put butts in seats.
Yeah, no way. Well, that was a
Uh,
botched finish, right?
what?
Wasn't that finish like a botch? Is that it? When didn't Grand Metalik pin him off a backbreaker?
Did he? I think I speeded that match up.
No, I don't know.
Baron Corbin wrestled Elias again for the second straight week in a row. The only really cool thing of this match was when Elias walked the rope.
Yeah, he's doing the old school.
Yeah, not as impressive as Undertaker, but if it gets the crowd into it, I think it's a cool move for him.
Yeah, for sure.
Then a moment of bliss. Alexa Bliss came out with her top on this time, kind of sorta. Uh,
Yeah,
and she put herself over in the Royal Rumble match. That's when everybody came out and kind of had a squabble.
yeah, that was a weird segment.
Yeah. What do you think of Lacey Evans?
I mean, she's alright. Like she's not. I don't think she's anything too special as a wrestler. Like I can see why Vince liked her. Um,
I mean, the gimmick's good.
yeah, the gimmick's kind of like it's something different and it's a somewhat believable character. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not too into it
Yeah. Uh,
personally.
Titus O'Neil announced that he will enter the Royal Rumble. You know, if he actually gets into the ring to actually
Yeah,
wrestle.
I feel like they're gonna like try and do that, and that'll be so stupid.
I mean, it's never going to be what it was at Greatest Royal Rumble
Yeah,
because that was on
because he.
accident.
Yeah, exactly.
Heavy Machinery made their Raw debut and defeated the Ascension in 2 minutes and 22 seconds.
Yeah, that
Uh,
was pretty. They're kind of goofy, but they're not too bad.
I mean, they have two like massive guys, and they have them doing this goofball gimmick. I
Yeah,
mean, like, why wouldn't you just like put them over as monsters?
yeah, I don't know. Especially if I think Akam's injured
I kind
in
of
the.
I kind of feel like once Vince McMahon figures out that you could dance, like your career is over.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright, Chad Gable and Bobby Roode defeated the Revival again with special
Yeah,
referee Kurt Hawkins. I find it interesting, like the Revival had a segment with Vince McMahon, considering everything that's been said in the last couple weeks.
yeah. That's they they're looking at the dirt sheets for sure.
And yeah, Kurt Hawkins actually as a referee, not actually that bad. He did his job.
He did his job very well.
Yeah, but doesn't he know all referees need to be nearsighted?
Yeah, it's kind of funny that he was like so on.
Yeah, because all
Kicked
the
out all the
referees are
cheating parts.
nearsighted. They have to not be able to see in order to do their job.
Yeah, exactly. Man,
So
takeover starts in like 17 minutes.
Zack Ryder ran in and saved Kurt Hawkins from attack from the Revival after they lost and kind of blamed Kurt Hawkins. I didn't really feel like this was
Yeah,
like a major oh my god moment.
Yeah,
It's not
which is pretty
exactly the Mega
cool.
Powers.
No, but it's a good reunion. I mean, they're doing nothing with these guys, so it makes sense.
If they actually do something with them.
Yeah, hopefully.
Um, Ronda Rousey's promo before she went out, that was pretty weird. Not her best promo.
Yeah, it's she definitely wrote it herself, I think.
I don't know if she wrote it herself, but she kind of sounded like Demolition when they did their promos.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah,
the
it's
only
average.
not noteworthy thing in this match was that Sasha Banks showed a little bit more skin than Alexa Bliss did last week.
Yeah, I got caught on Natalia. She's not good, but they on my when I watched it, it got blacked out. So
Yeah, me too. Uh,
yeah,
but like after what we saw last week, was this intentional or unintentional?
I think it was obviously unintentional with the how they blacked it out, right, kind of perfectly timed.
Maybe,
But
maybe not.
yeah,
But I just find it like a little a little suspicious. Like just like last week, they were trying to push the envelope a little bit.
yeah, I don't know. Um, yeah, I doubt it, but you never know with Vince.
Yeah. All right.
So yeah,
We are changing subjects again. We are wrestling with SmackDown. Came from Wichita, Kansas, and is the go-home show of the Royal Rumble.
yeah,
Uh,
it was a show. It was decent.
it was okay. Not what I call like what the what the go-home show should be, but it was what it was.
Yeah,
I mean, we finally got that Mandy Rose Naomi match, like that we've all been clamoring for.
yeah, that sucked. It
Uh,
was not good.
Cesaro defeated The Miz.
Yeah, it was a match. It
Yeah,
was fine.
I mean they kind of like maybe gave away what the finish is gonna be for Royal Rumble. Maybe hinting that maybe Shane and Miz might win, considering how badly they beat them.
Yeah. Oh well.
They what do you think of Mustafa Ali's promo before the Samoa Joe match?
I mean, it was well done. It'd be cool to see more promos like that to kind of build up a match because it felt a lot more legit than
Yeah,
others being shot like outside and stuff. But yeah, he's getting pretty popular.
yeah, maybe we'll see more from Mustafa Ali, but everything that like up to this point has been impressive. Like he can
Yeah,
actually
for sure.
talk on that mic.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, he's good.
the next segment was the face-to-face confrontation between AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan, with Vince McMahon narrating it, I guess, hosting it.
Yeah, just getting Vince on TV for ratings, I guess.
Yeah, but man, can Daniel Bryan talk like talk about living the gimmick?
Well, yeah, I mean, his gimmick's so believable because it's like a amplified version of himself.
Yeah, but I
So
think like
yeah,
even McMahon was getting like pissed off at him, like annoyed with him. Like, just get in the
Yeah,
ring. I had enough of this. Fight already.
yeah. I mean, it was probably all part of the script, but yeah, it came off as believable, and he's doing a really good job with his character
It'll be
for
what
sure.
Daniel Bryan got the last word in that segment. He hit AJ Styles with the knee, the running knee, after using McMahon as the shield. So
Yeah,
whenever the whoever gets the last word on the last segment before a go home show usually loses. So that'll be interesting to see tomorrow.
yeah, for sure.
Samoa Joe defeated Mustafa Ali. I'm glad
Yeah,
that I'm glad they gave Joe that win. I think it just
yeah,
makes sense.
yeah. I mean, maybe you know how they book Mustafa Ali could beat him next week, or maybe Mustafa Ali will eliminate him in the Rumble or something.
I would be more okay with Ali eliminating him at the Rumble, but I think a loss to Mustafa Ali would hurt Samoa Joe at this point.
Definitely, yeah,
Andre Cien Almas wrestled Rey Mysterio in a 2 out of 3 falls match, and
yeah,
I think this delivered from last week, considering that power bomb Cien gave Mysterio from the top rope.
yeah.
That was probably my
Insanity.
yeah. Just think about the strength it took Cien to lift them up to the tippy top rope just to deliver that.
Yeah, yeah. It
And
was good, and the Canadian Destroyer and stuff like that. It was
yeah,
great.
the springboard Canadian Destroyer. I haven't seen a Canadian Destroyer done like that before, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
But unfortunately, it ended in disqualification. I mean, that's like WWE's go-to. This is just like disqualify him,
yeah.
which is
Oh
unfortunate.
well,
But
easy booking to book his crutch, as it were.
yeah. But then Randy Orton showed up out of nowhere and hit a RKO out of nowhere.
Yes, out of nowhere.
And yeah, the fans went nuts for that. But it's Randy Orton,
Yeah,
so it's like, why wouldn't they?
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Well, there you go.
but considering all of that, one thing was missing from all of that. Do you remember? No,
No, I don't. What was
Nakamura
missing?
and Rusev.
Yeah, was that advertised?
Well, they're having a match at the Royal Rumble, so
Yeah, on the pre-show. Yeah,
yeah, why wouldn't they like build up that rivalry a little bit more?
and maybe the pre-show's the blow off. You know.
I don't know, but they had a decent rivalry going, and then for the last 2 weeks, nothing from either guy.
Yeah, I don't know.
I kind of feel like the United States Championship is kind of like snake bit at this point because like anybody that gets that belt does nothing with it. Like they go off TV for like months at a time.
Yeah, yeah, it's weird, right? I don't
Yeah,
know.
like you're supposed to promote that belt. You're supposed to be the champion.
Yeah, right.
But I digress.
Yeah.
All right, we the other thing I wanted to say about I don't think it was a strong go home show considering like other go home shows like the guys that won the Royal Rumble would say like I'm gonna win the Royal Rumble. No, I'm gonna win the Royal Rumble. I'm gonna win the Royal Rumble. And they didn't do that this year. I don't think they know who's in the Royal Rumble this year.
Yeah, I mean they've announced it, but it's definitely hasn't been as built up as it has been before.
Yeah. Alright, we're going to go with our predictions for the Royal Rumble now. We are wrestling with the Royal Rumble predictions. Alright,
Yeah.
you and me have had some interesting predictions for the women's matches for these for the Royal Rumble. So why don't you uh share your prediction first?
Yeah. Well, I'll make it quick because Takeover does start real soon. So I've got Rollins winning the Rumble for the men.
Okay.
I've got Brock beating Finn, Buddy Murphy retaining, Rusev retaining, Cesaro and Sheamus retaining, Ronda Rousey retaining, Daniel Bryan retaining, and now for the women, for Becky Lynch and Asuka, I've got a really out there theory, but I'm predicting it's a stretch, but Becky Lynch beats Asuka, becomes a SmackDown Women's Champion, enters the Royal Rumble as SmackDown Women's Champion, wins the Royal Rumble to face Ronda. And then what they're going to, this is, I'll make it real quick and we'll talk about it on another show because it's a whole nother wormhole. But basically, winning the Rumble to face Ronda at Mania, and you put Charlotte in that match too, and it's a unification match of the women's championships because there's only one set of women's tag team championships. And I think they're going to do an all women's weekly show for TV on maybe Thursday nights, where it's just the women competing and that's it. And that's why they want one women's title and one women's tag team titles. That's all I'll say about it, but that's my predictions for the Royal Rumble. And yeah, we'll talk about that later. But yeah, that's just my predictions.
Okay. So my prediction is that Becky wins against Asuka, wins back the women's championship match, costs Ronda Rousey the match against Sasha Banks, so Sasha Banks wins the women's championship.
Yeah,
Ronda enters the women's Royal Rumble, wins, and challenges Becky for the women's championship.
yeah,
Because SmackDown is going to Fox in October, and they want Ronda to be on that show because of who she is, and I think Fox actually specifically asked for her. So, uh, uh, so that would get her on the show into a major rivalry with Becky Lynch.
yeah,
And we haven't talked about it yet, but Ronda Rousey is might be taking some time off after WrestleMania.
yeah,
It was first reported that she was actually leaving altogether, but that can't really happen.
yeah. No,
But I think if she has the match with Becky at Mania and Becky beats Ronda, and that will skyrocket Becky, and when Ronda comes back around maybe SummerSlam, I don't know. By the time October rolls by, Ronda will come back and they'll restart their rivalry.
yeah,
I say Shane McMahon and The Miz beats the Bar. I'm gonna call the dark horse match. I'm gonna say Finn Balor beats Brock Lesnar.
okay,
Daniel Bryan, I think Daniel Bryan's gonna beat AJ Styles. Russo versus Nakamura. I'm gonna go with Nakamura just because I just don't like Russo.
fair enough.
Cruiserweight Championship match. I don't give a fuck. Uh, and then the Men's Royal Rumble. I'm going to say either Rollins or McIntyre.
Yeah, right. Okay.
So I think we like agreed on like three matches.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what happens because it's kind of going to be one or the other with a lot of it.
Your Your predictions were more status quo. Everybody retains and everything stays the same. And I'm kind of some things changes, some things stay the same.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, well,
well, I
we should
guess we'll
wrap it
see.
up.
What?
No, we should wrap it up because Takeover's about to start and we'll have to watch that so we can talk about it after that.
Well, I'm gonna watch Takeover at 8 o'clock, so I make the rules.
Fair enough.
So, are you gonna watch it at the 5 o'clock, or obviously you're watching at the 5 o'clock?
Yeah, well, it starts at it's like starting at 4, so it's like about to start now.
All right. So, yeah, we could wrap it up now. Uh, um,
Yeah,
we will talk next week. I will have gone to the show in Los Angeles, the New Japan New Beginning, and
yeah,
I will give you all the dirt on that. That should be interesting.
yeah, definitely.
I think it'd be interesting to see how the crowd reacts to everything.
Yeah,
If it's gonna be hostile, if it's gonna be okay or somber,
yeah, we'll see.
and we'll have a result from the Royal Rumble. We'll see who was right, who was wrong, and what
Yeah,
was the fallout of all those things.
yeah. Sounds
Uh,
good.
yeah, if you enjoyed the show, please like and subscribe. Hi, if you didn't like the show, please comment about it. Tell us what you think we're doing wrong, and we might actually do it, or we'll just tell you fuck off.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, that's
and
right.
show your love with Cooper on Twitter. Give him your them your Twitter once again.
Yep, it's at what's up G WHASSUPGGEE. We'll put it in the description
That's a really
in
long
the video.
that's a really long Twitter handle.
Yeah, it's been like that since high school. I don't know. I kind of don't never want to change it. We'll get into that another time.
Yeah, whatever. But send your love to Cooper. He'll send it back. If you send your hate, and he'll send it right back to you too.
Right on.
Alright, all that being said, you have been watching Wrestling with Entertainment.